Hello and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm AC and today I'm going to walk you through this beautiful 2023 Newmar Essex. This is the 4595 floor plan, which is the new floor plan for this model year. We'll get started up here. A couple things to point out: we do have the dual awnings, the Nova Gerards. You can see you got full coverage from one side to the other. Plenty of shade for a nice sunny day like today. This has the Wells graphics, which I think are a really beautiful and classy look. We're gonna start up front, kind of work our way back. Show you these steps real quick. So these steps have sensors on them so that if they do hit your leg or there's a curb nearby, they will actually stop so they don't damage anything or hurt anybody. We're going to have our keyless entry with doorbell. And as we work our way back, you'll see our Alcoa aluminum wheels. These are three 65/70s on the front on 22.5-inch wheels. We're going to have dual fuel fill on this Essex. You're going to have one on this side, one on the other side. This is a diesel coach, so make sure you use the right fuel. Pretty easy to do on a big coach like this. You're not going to be at a 7-Eleven putting fuel usually, so you'll make sure and have the right stuff here. We got our outdoor refrigerator freezer. So this is nice. It's got two different sides. You can set the settings so you can make one side colder than the other if you like. You also have another shelf up top for additional storage. Of course, one of the upgrades to the 23s is now you have the push button doors, so you don't have to be slamming your doors anymore. We're going to have the power storage trays. These do have 1,000-pound carrying capacity. Now this is a used coach. I didn't say it in the beginning, but this is a used 2023 with very low miles. The previous owner left his water softener system in here, so you purchase this, you will get that little bonus. As you can see, we have, again, additional storage up top. Let me get out the way here. It's going to be another full-length, wider slide tray, also with 1,000-pound carrying capacity. Ton of storage in this. You'll see when we go inside, this new floor plan really has a lot of storage. Oh, can't forget the outdoor entertainment system. Playoffs are starting to, come along here. We're almost into the playoffs. So a perfect place to watch those NBA playoffs and finals. Also, March Madness is coming to a close, so let me know who you think is going to win the finals here. I'm hoping San Diego State wins it all. I'd love to root for the underdog. All right, down here we're going to have a couple other things that, again, were left behind that you'll get to keep if you purchase this. You'll have a hose. You got some leveling blocks. Nice storage area here. You can see the backside of the Oasis hydronic heating unit on the other side. Our central vac system right here. And this is actually a really good angle to look at that star foundation. You can see all these cross members here and how it's welded to the frame. Makes for a nice quiet ride. Smooth ride, also keeps the coach square and true. Here you're going to have a nice spot to put your different kind of oils, your coolant, your DEF fluid. You can see, and actually if you show kind of this angle here, the side of the slide is painted to match the rest of the coach. So you have that masterpiece paint. It's really beautiful. It's not just solid white or black. Down here, as we get back to the tag axle here, this does have a passive steer tag axle. This coach has a wheelbase of 292 inches. The front wheel cut is cut at 55 degrees and this tag axle is at 8 degrees. So when you're in tight spots, you're turning, you're backing into a parking spot, it makes it a breeze. All right, this Essex comes on a Spartan K3 chassis. So you're gonna have a 605 horsepower, 15-liter Cummins. You're gonna have 150 gallons of fuel capacity and you're gonna have 15 gallons of DEF capacity. So this is where you fill your DEF. There's also a spot on the other side. Down in here, these air valves here are your emergency suspension fill. So if you lose air pressure, the tow truck that comes to get you can actually fill these manually, straight to those, and get your suspension up for towing. Back here, we're gonna have our 2 chassis batteries with our disconnects, your air dryer, and your fuel water separator. Again, push button, really easy to use. So we come around, you can see this beautiful rear cap. One of our cameras here, we have our backup camera. This does have 360-degree view on the camera system. You're gonna have 20,000 pound towing capacity. You're gonna have a 7-pin connector. This comes equipped with an airline for your tow vehicle. So it's not something that you have to add, it comes with it. All right, here in our engine compartment, you can see we've got big red 15-liter Cummins. You're gonna have your block heater right here. And have your coolant, your engine oil, this is where you would check it, is where you would fill it. Plenty of room under here. One thing I like to point out is all the belts up front here. You're on the road enough, you've been RVing a while, you know you always want to carry a set of extra belts. You don't want to be stranded on the side of the road because a belt goes. All right, as we work our way around, you're gonna see we have a couple sensors on all the corners. Again, this has a ton of safety features on the Spartan K3 chassis. I'll go over some of those when we go inside. I actually drove this back from the storage unit where it was when we purchased it. Driving down the highway, rush hour traffic in Denver was a breeze. I can't stress that enough, how nice and comfortable these things are. We're gonna have our side radiator for additional cooling. Allows us to get a little more horsepower. Of course, our escape door up top, and I'll show that when we get inside as well. Here's the other side of the DEF fill. Under here, we're gonna have our sewer hose storage. And just in between these tags back here, you can see those huge hydraulic leveling jacks. Get to your spot, you push auto level and it does everything for you. Another thing to point out here is you can see we have our window awnings with LED lights. Here in our water bay, you can see we've got a full house water filter system. We have an outdoor hot and cold shower, paper towel dispenser, and our mana block system. This is really cool in that if you get a leak in one part of the coach, you don't have to cancel the trip. You just shut down the water to that spot, whether it's the washer, the shower. You can just shut off that water to that part of the coach. We're gonna have our Senecon macerator system down here. So this has 50 amp service. So there's your 50 amp short cord on a power reel. Here's a cable inlet in case you're parked somewhere that has cable. Again, it's nice. You don't have to be slamming the doors. Push the button, open them up. There's your Oasis Chinook hydronic heating system that will provide your heat and your hot water. So basically you have endless hot water as long as your tanks are full. And now we're to the back side of the storage trays. Again, they do come out in both directions. Makes loading and unloading a breeze. All right, now we're to our battery compartment. So you can see this has 2 lithium batteries. We're gonna have 2 inverters. And what those inverters are gonna do is the second one is gonna allow you to run an air conditioner going down the road without having to fire up your generator. I'll show you where the breakers are for both of those inverters. You're gonna have 2 320 amp hour batteries. All right, up here in this front compartment, you're gonna see you got some spare fuses. Some fuses up there. You wanna be really careful when you're washing your coach. Obviously, it's a lot of electrical stuff in here. You don't wanna be running water in there. This is the exhaust for your generator, so you wanna be careful with that so that you don't burn yourself. Right here is where you open it. That's going to give you easy access to that 12.5K Onan generator that's on right now. You're going to see up front we have a breaker on and off switch. You can check your hours. You're going to have your 2 horns here, your air horns right here, and then your 2 city horns on the firewall back there. There's also a hot water tap right below the horns and an air quick connect just to the left of that. Ton of room in there so you can check and service your generator. Again, be careful when you're opening and closing it that you're not too close to that exhaust pipe. As we come around the front, this is your mobile eye, which helps with your lane departure. Kind of keeps you posted if you're getting out of the way, you're getting out of your lane. It will alert you that you're doing so you can wake up and get back where you're supposed to be. So we walk up here, a couple things on the side here. You're going to have your baggage door lock and unlock and your battery disconnect, your 12-volt battery main power there. So that's where you would shut that off to turn off your lights when you're going to be leaving the coach. You'll come in and then I'll shut the door real quick. So this Essex has the Hepburn interior decor. So you can see it's really light. We got light wood, light material on the sofas, the dinette, and the captain's chairs. Beautiful, high polished tile floor. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pop open this televator here. So one of the things we did when we ordered this coach for the previous owner, he kind of went through with his wife and picked out all the options he wanted. The theater seat he loved, super comfortable. You can actually sleep in these theater seats, or at least I could. So perfect spot here when it's time to watch the game, time to relax. That sofa across from me will open up into a bed, so you do have additional sleeping if you need it. But if not, again, these theater seats are super comfortable. All right, in here between the 2 seats, you're going to have some storage. When you purchase an Essex new, it does come with a touchpad here that you can use to operate your systems in the coach. So that is still in here. super soft. You can't tell because of the video, but I'd encourage you, if you're interested, to stop by. Give me a chance to kind of walk you through this personally, show you it's hard to tell, man, this stuff is really soft, really high quality. We got a ton of storage, as I mentioned, outside. We've got our nice Bose soundbar up top. Soft closing doors. This does come with a hopper here. As you can see on this side, we don't have any overhead compartments, but look at the windows. You got a ton of natural light coming in. If you're parked by a lake or just out in the trees, you can definitely get a good look at all the scenery. When you're not using the TV, you just put that down so you have additional light, natural light. Here in the galley, a couple things I want to point out. This being a 23, the cooktop, the induction cooktop, does not come out anymore. You know, on the older models of the Essex, you can actually take out the cooktop. Now they've gone to a bigger cooktop, so you have a lot of more room for bigger pots, which I really like. The 2-burner ones, in my opinion, don't give you enough room for big pots and pans, so I really like this upgrade. Backside of these are still cutting boards. Of course, we're going to have our convection oven, sorry, and microwave. Huge drawers. This wasn't ordered with the dishwasher, so you do have additional storage under here. Look at the size of these. Okay, we're gonna have our dual stainless steel sink. Right here, we're gonna have our trash can, also a storage compartment for our covers. Let me turn on all these lights, okay? So you can see you can store your sink covers here. Down here you have an additional slide tray for cleaning supplies. And remember that these soft closing doors and drawers, you want to be careful not to slam them closed. You want to actually let them do what they're supposed to so they stay on track and work properly. Up over here, we're going to have, again, a ton of storage. This floor plan probably gives you more overhead storage here than most of the others. You can opt in a cappuccino machine on this side and a wine cooler down here if you wanted those. They went with the additional storage. Nice deep drawers here for pots and pans. Across from there, you're going to have your actual pantry with adjustable shelves. As you can see, we've got 4 shelves here. Down here, we've got these dividers, so you can actually set these to whatever width you'd like. Perfect place to stand up, cookie sheets, those kind of things. We're gonna have our Bosch residential refrigerator. This thing is huge, plenty of room for all of your groceries. And then additional pantry space on this side. All right, your half bath. It's gonna have this, if you've never seen it before, Newmar does this kind of mid hinge here, so it allows the door to open and close without taking up a lot of room, so that when the slides are closed, you can actually get in and out of the bathroom. So I'll let you kind of show that real quick. And I'm going to open up this cabinet because this is where your breakers and fuses are going to be. Everything is going to be labeled on both sides. Right here, these are for your inverters. So this is going to tell you what both inverters are going to run. So this one's going to run your microwave, your refrigerator, your bedroom, bathroom, and basement power. This one's going to run your front air conditioner. So again, while you're going down the road, you can run that front air without having to run your generator. These are connected to your floor heat. So again, if you trip one of these, you're going to want to make sure and reset them or else your floor heat won't work. Everything is labeled for the fuses right here on this door. Newmar does a really good job of labeling everything and making everything simple. I'm going to open this up and get out so you can kind of show that. Medicine cabinet. Again, for a half bath, you got plenty of storage. Got a nice sized medicine cabinet. There's power outlet inside the compartment there in case you want to plug in your razor, your hair dryer, etc. Here in the bedroom, we're going to have a king size bed with a wireless charging pad on both sides and also additional storage on both sides. Of course, we're going to have our pocket door for privacy. Just slides in and out. Then it locks into place. All right. Turn on all the accent lights in here. And actually, if you want to show this panel here, as you can see, you click on the courtesy lights. Then you turn everything on and off here. This is equipped with power shades and blinds, so that is all done through the touchpad as well. This is where you would put all your AV equipment. There's another receiver in here. My buddy who owned this was big into tech, so he's got all kinds of stuff in here that will go along with the coach. Plenty of storage on both sides, a huge window in the bedroom here, which I really like. And then you're going to have 6 drawers. Here's the remote for the Sleep Number mattress. So 6 drawers, plenty of room for your clothes. Under the bed here, you are going to have 2 folding chairs for the booth dinette and all your hoses for your central vac system. And then the leaves for the dinette to make the table longer. Overhead, going to have 3 compartments. There is an outlet in there if you need to plug something in. And then under here, if you can show that, Marlon, maybe. While you're laying in bed, you actually have access to certain items like your lights, your security lights, so you don't have to get up. Stay nice and comfy. Here in the master bathroom, you're going to have a corner shower. It does have a flip down seat, and then you're going to have your shampoo, conditioner, soap dispensers up against the wall. We're also going to have our Whirlpool washer and dryer. On this side, you're going to have your wardrobe and safe. And then right here is going to be your escape door. Let me pull up the line here. Again, all your power blinds are controlled on your touch panels. So here, if you need to get out in an emergency, you just pull this panel off. It's held on by magnets. You let the ladder out and it'll extend. All right, so you can see we have dual sinks, each with its own medicine cabinet. You're gonna have 4 drawers down the middle, 2 flip down drawers, and then your nice little spot for cleaning supplies on both sides. When I said this had a ton of storage, you can see I wasn't kidding. You got a ton more wardrobe space up here. Perfect for linens. You got plenty of shelves for your linens. And then you're gonna have 4 more drawers on this side. This panel down here that I'm standing on, I get a lot of questions about this panel here. This is for the techs. If they need to get to the top of your engine, they need to get some engine access, they'll pull that panel. All right, now we'll go ahead and go to the front, and I'll go over the cab area with you. Actually, one of the cool features of the, let's see here. Of the Essex is you have theater mode, which the theater mode's going to bring up the TV. It's going to turn off the lights and bring down the shades. So when it's time to watch that big game or watch a movie with the grandkids, whatever you're going to do, you just hit theater mode on here while you're sitting on your comfy seats. The lights go out, just leaves a little bit of accent lighting on, and the TV comes up. Kind of a cool feature to have. Again, it keeps you from having to get out of your seat. You get comfy and just push a button. Then to open the shades, you're going to go back into the pull all the shades back up. Now we can go over the cab area. I gotta tell you, when I drove this back from the storage unit, which is about an hour and a half away, sitting in rush hour traffic, this massage, probably the best massage I've had in a while. Super comfortable seats. They are heated. Plenty of room. You get nice and comfy. This is going to have your controls down here, so you can adjust it forward, backward, up, down, and then your backrest, your leg rest as well. So this does kick out. So if your passenger wants to relax while you're going down the road, this does come out here. You have a couple little storage compartments here for your keys. This does have push button start. So you can see right here, we're going to have our AC controls here. You have an HVAC override. So if you want to control the AC on both sides of the cab, you would hit the override. If not, on that side on the wall panel there, your passenger can control the AC and the heat on that side as well. As I mentioned earlier, we do have 360 camera view. We've got navigation, we've got Bluetooth capabilities, XM radio. So here's all your camera controls. If you want to see just your 360 view, that'll show you there. We've got turn signal cameras. If you're towing a vehicle and you want to keep an eye on your tow vehicle, you can do these little different options, which gives you a different view of the rear of the coach. And it's really nice when you're going down the road. When I was in traffic, I'd like to see what was behind me when I was going to change lanes. It also alerts you. So you can see on the mirror, those 2 front mirrors right now, that little triangle would light up if somebody was coming close or if I'm getting too close to somebody. As you can see on the dash here, this coach, again, it's a 2023. It's got 1,461 miles. You're going to have different controls on your steering wheel. No, actually I need to fire this up. So a couple things that I want to point out is, we'll start right here actually on the left side here. We're going to have our Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. Which is right here, it's just push button. You're going to have your hydraulic leveling. Which again, this is equipped with air leveling and hydraulic. So you can run your air leveling through the panel here. Oh, actually, hold on, let me fire this up. All right, so here on the screen you can see the menu, and we're going to just scroll through there. Maybe. Sorry, the batteries are a little low. It's just firing up and kind of getting going. So you can see here, air leveling is going to be the top section here. So if you're on muddy conditions, you don't want the jacks to come down in the mud, because then it obviously won't do a very good job of leveling. You're going to use the air leveling. Also, while you're going down the road, you might hear the air, kind of the coach airing up and letting some air out. It's going to keep you level while you're going down the road. You can also adjust the air for, if you have a low door that you have to drop a little bit of air, you can go to low ride on the air suspension and get in. If you have bumps you got to go over, you can actually raise it to high ride, and it'll give you a little more clearance underneath. A couple things on this side that I want to point out is this does have memory for the seat. So you're going to have memory 1, 2, and 3. So I always set one. I recommend setting one of your memory settings so when it's time to rotate your seat around towards the living area. That way it'll put it just in the right spot. You can adjust your steering wheel. Everything will be set, so you push the button and rotate your seat. You're not having to fight with how far forward do I have to go so I don't hit the side or the steering wheel. Just get it all done in advance. It saves you a lot of headaches. Up here we're going to have our light controls, our emergency parking brake. We're going to have our dash bright and dim, our auto high beams, so you can turn that on. It'll turn your high beams on and then turn them off as you get to other people are approaching. Here you're going to have your power mirrors, and they are heated, so you can adjust your mirrors. You have your traction control override right here, your tow window, and then your air horn. So we want to wake up our producer in the van. We're going to give him a little bit of a wake-up call so you don't fall asleep. On the steering wheel, basic controls, you're going to have you can make phone calls. You're going to have your wipers. You can adjust your stereo here. You can adjust the volume up and down. You can mute it, change the source, and then this is going to control your dash display. Over here, we're going to have our house and battery merge button. We're going to have tow. So this does have the heavy tow option. So actually what happens is if you're towing heavy, let's say you have a stacker trailer back there, you're towing really heavy, you want to turn that on. It'll adjust the airbags. It'll move air to the rear bag, so it'll help you get a little smoother ride while you're going down the road with the heavy load there. That's a really good feature that they just came out with on the Essex. Front fans, docking lights, courtesy lights. So if somebody lets you pass by, you're going to go ahead and give them the thank you by pushing the courtesy lights. It'll flash them and then just turn the lights off. You're going to have your visors and your shades for the front. So when the sun's coming up or coming down and it's getting on your eye, you're going to drop down this day visor up here. And the night shade will come down to a certain point until you shut off the coach. Obviously they don't want you driving with your shade all the way down, so that's kind of controlled by that. I think that's pretty much it. I almost forgot here, we do have the co-pilot panel here, or the backseat driver panel as I call it. You've got complete access to your camera, your navigation, your stereo. You've got everything that you have on the front dash you can actually access here, which is really nice. If you're backing into a spot and you're looking at the mirrors, your co-pilot can be checking the backup camera to make sure you're not going to hit anything. You're also going to have a wireless charging pad for the passenger, and then one up front here for the driver. And I do have to say, I used this when I was coming the other day when I brought it down from Fountain. Just put your phone there, it sits nice and tight. You push it down into there and it'll charge while you're driving. So again, this is a 2023 used Essex. The stock number on this is 5U230345. It's available. If you've got questions on this coach or any other coach on the lot, feel free to call me, text, email me, whatever works best for you. If you want me to do additional photos, if you want to do a FaceTime with me, I can walk you through this coach additionally with, kind of spend a little more time on certain spots. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Si hablo español, me pueden hablar al 720-276-4241. Thank you guys.